Hello and welcome to the channel. We're here on Great Turismo at Interlagos race track, and we're racing the Manufacturer Series, and we're currently in P2 in the Ferrari GT4 with the with the Corvette behind us and with the Mustang. And as you were seeing through the names, this is a Manufacturer Series, and this is going to be the first race. Right. As we get to the end of the line of the car, at, at the end of the cars, we again are in P2 with the Brazilian in front of us and another American behind us with the Canadian behind him. We're hoping here to get a good start so that we can try and make a move down first corner or to defend our position from the American. As we move to the right side to gain the slipstream, we're not close enough to attack the Honda, so we just stick behind them and try to maintain the gap. And the Honda is getting pretty squirrely around that corner, but he seems to have kept it through. Alright, through this corner I overshot it and lost a bunch of time going wide and almost lost it. And we'll pick up a half a second penalty, and the American goes through. Right now we're kind of on cold tires, or I'm kind of like misfocused or something. And as we speed up the video, just to show like how slow I was at this point. As you can see, the Corvette is pulling a gap. And by the end of the straight, also with the Mustang, we'll about lose about half a second there, I think. Yeah, about half a second. And now we gotta serve this penalty, and with the Mustang really close to us, you should just go through. And also the Aston sent it on the inside and got through. Right now we're just going to stick behind them and to try and maintain the gap and to try get time while they're fighting. We should be able to get, well, never mind, but we should try to get the Aston Martin next lap. If they continue fine, we should be able to get our way back. Dan went slightly wide and got another penalty, fortunately, and then cut the corner really sharp there and got another penalty, which adds up to 1 second, unfortunately. And we're going to serve that penalty this lap. No positions lost and not a lot of time lost. So we should be able to get the Aston. Right about here, I think, is where we're starting to gain time on the Aston. And gain a lot of time on the straight. And Looks like the Aston's should be close enough to the Mustang to be able to make a move down on the inside. Oh no, he's just going around the car, causing the Mustang go wide and then also side-swiping me. I'm going to try to send out on the inside. The Mustang goes wide, and I'm able to cut through to take P3. The Aston goes for a late lunge, but I didn't realize this, and he kind of ran into back of me. But fortunately, if I keep this corner clean, I should be able to. Well, we're going to jump to lap 6. Yes, and we're right on the back of the Honda. Kind of cornered a little bit too sharp and could have picked up a penalty there. We're going to send it on the inside of the Honda. Oh, well, the Honda wasn't where we were there, and kind of cuts across. And now we're up into P2. And we should be able to get this Corvette soon enough. Probably not this lap though, because we are a second behind. Alright, now we're up to lap 7, and now with the Corvette going wide, we gain about maybe a tenth. We're gaining about 2/10 through each corner. And we put the fastest second sector. And I think I should be able to go for the move this lap. I take a tire line that I probably should have, but got on the power and got pretty decent at it. Now with this slipstream, I should hopefully be able to get closer to the Corvette to make a move. Probably not this corner, but I'm guessing in the next one. Yeah, the Corvette outbrakes himself and goes really wide, but cuts back to line by sending up the inside a little and got the move done, but he's coming across back to me. Probably should have gave him a little bit more space here, but it's a tight battle here. But then I finish it with a dot with that corner there. I got too much of the curb here, caused me to lose some time. But a good exit, really great exit there, causes me to gain about 3/10 there. And I secure my position. As you can probably tell. Alright, here we're going for a pit stop. And this is, I think, like triple, like we're speeding up the time, but seriously, this pit stop was so long, I have no idea why. And like, if I didn't have to do this pit stop, I think I could have won the race. But unfortunately, I wasn't saving fuel, and I didn't realize, yeah, you gotta save fuel to save a lot of time. So unfortunately, I lost about 40 seconds because of that pit stop. But after that pit stop, our pace is really good. Well, not last lap, but since the tires warm up and I get used to the tires, I start hitting purple sectors in fastest laps. And looks like every lap we're gaining about a second in the guys in front. But that's probably also due to just saving fuel and trying to keep the car going around. Unfortunately, though, due to me not knowing that you gotta save fuel, I'm going to finish the race in fourth. So unfortunately, the strategy here was my downfall. But still a pretty good race, though. And gone wide in the last corner and probably pick up a penalty. Yeah, I pick up a penalty there. That's unfortunate. Just to add salt to the wound of getting fourth place. But unfortunately, with that, with having to take that pit stop, I come home in fourth at the checker flag. I couldn't even get another fastest lap. Alright, race two. Race two, I start on pole, and we got the can't tell what that car is. Oh, we got the Alfa Romeo behind, and yeah, it's hard to tell what the other cars are behind. But as the lights go out and we get off the line, we get a pretty good start. I mean, no one's fighting us through the first corner, so that's pretty decent. The Alfa Romeo, though, goes a bit wide on the exit and loses some time. And he also picks up a penalty, I believe. That's what was flashing. Probably I think it's half second penalty. Alright. So for most part, this start, pretty decent. I mean, actually, it's really good. I mean, we're kind of 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds away from them. But again, that's probably also not my own driving skill. That's probably because they're saving fuel, like smart people. But whatever. I didn't realize this in the heat of the moment, but probably should have saved fuel. But And as we come back on the straight, we are about 2 seconds, and gaining on the straight. from second place, and we should be, we're building up a decent gap, and hopefully though I can build up a good enough gap to where my extra pit stop won't, to where I can still win the race, even though taking pit stop. Doubt it, but hopefully. As we put in the fastest sector time in the first corner. Not surprising though, because the fastest lap is the first lap. As we're passing by onto lap 5, lap 6 actually. Nothing interesting really happens this race, well, at least for the first part. Yeah, really nothing interesting. There's no battles, just I was building a giant gap. And here, interesting thing here, what happened was, apparently my TV turned off, so that was fun. And then first thing I thought of was just pausing it, and then at that point I turned back my TV on, so I lost about 6 seconds there to something completely random happening, so that was fun. Totally was annoyed after that, but oh well. Alright, we're in for a pit stop on lap 10. Yeah, and I don't know if I fast forward this pit stop, but it is seriously a really long pit stop. Like, I don't know why it's such a long pit stop, but it is. Like, I lost like a minute to this. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. But as we get into the final lap, I was pushing really hard after that pit stop, putting in pretty decent lap times, but even then, I just could not get that 30 seconds back. Oh, no, like that minute back that I lost. And it's unfortunate because I had really good pace, but I didn't have the strategy to go along with it. But as we go through the final lap, I'm just trying to keep it clean, because, I mean, a podium position is not bad. I mean, it's not. Like, I mean, for like any like normal race, like where I wasn't just really quick, I wouldn't have been like disappointed. Like, being third out of 18 other drivers is pretty decent, but just with the pace that I had, and it's just unfortunate that I just had a bad strategy and it cost me the win. But fortunately this race, I mean, I got no penalties, which kind of surprised me, but you know. And then I think that was my first pole position. No, it's my second pole position I ever got in Gran Turismo. Pretty decent amount of money I got, but and it's just unfortunate that race strategy was a deciding factor.